Yeah, sure, he's played the game a certain style for his whole career, and he's done it at a pretty high level. So I think, just some of the things that he's been able to really enhance within our offense has been, a lot of fun to watch. You saw like that off-schedule play that he made down in the red zone. He made another one to Jake Kumaro where, I didn't anticipate the ball going where it went, but that's where it went, and it was a touchdown. So, we never want to take that playmaker away from him.
That's Matt LaFleur last week talking about Aaron Rodgers, the Packers quarterback, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Chris, you and I agree on that. In fact, you've put him at the very top of the list.
I do, Mike. I do.
But there's that tension now between being the playmaker and being the play caller. The quote that we mentioned earlier, and you could see Mike Silver there in the background as Matt LaFleur was talking, Rodgers to Silver regarding the lack of freedom that the LaFleur offense gives to the quarterback at the line of scrimmage. Rodgers saying, I've got 11 years, and that counts for something, and there aren't many people who can spot the things at the line of scrimmage that I can. And he's right about that.
He is right about that.
You get into your mid to late 30s, your brain is a football supercomputer. Your body, as long as it still will allow you to do the things that the brain tells the body to do, you're in a sweet spot where you're coach on the field.
Exactly.
Why would you want now, setting aside the question of whether Aaron Rodgers should be talking about that to a reporter or anyone else who isn't part of the Packers, why wouldn't you want Aaron Rodgers to be making changes at the line of scrimmage, Chris?
Well, I think that's what listen, Mike, I read this tweet. I tried to go into the show today not looking at the context of all the tweet as we went over in the first hour, okay? So I'm hashing this out kind of on the go here either way. But to me, you kind of just unveiled the problem with the things you just said. I mean, that's what it reads like to me. It reads like to me that at this point right now, and this can happen when you have a new coaching staff, new offensive head coach, new offensive coordinator, they might just, hey, Aaron, in practice right now, just run the play. Just run the play. We want to install our offense and everybody get on the same page. Let's not do the checks and all those kind of things right now. And maybe they went through OTAs and minicamp where he didn't get to do much of the line of scrimmage. And maybe he's voiced his opinion on that a little bit, and maybe he just feels like this gives it a little bit more pressure or urgency within the coaching staff, Mike, to make sure that this does happen in training camp. That would be my 2 cents, just kind of reading between the lines right now, because you're exactly right. So many of the big plays that Aaron Rodgers makes on a yearly basis come at the line of scrimmage because, hey, he's getting people who are not, they're substituting and they're not getting off the field in time, or he sees something and he signals real quick and they run a play and it's 15 or 20 yards. So I would imagine those are some of the issues that are bothering Rodgers. Now, like you said, him airing it out publicly, that is not going to get perceived nicely by everybody. We know that.
And let's think about the broader context here. Remember the article from Tyler Dunn of Bleacher Report that included, if I recall correctly, and there's a chance I don't, but wasn't there some stuff in there about Rodgers basically ignoring what Mike McCarthy wanted to do and doing his own thing?
Yes.
Right? So you've already got this indictment of Rodgers and his relationship with the last coach, and Rodgers keenly aware of that criticism. He reacted to it. He and some former teammates tried to shout it all down. And one thing I've always credited Aaron Rodgers with being, for the most part, is very self-aware.
Yeah.
How do you allow yourself to put yourself in position to have that same drum get banged just a few months after this Tyler Dunn story?
Yeah, I know. I mean, is it one, he just doesn't care and just goes, you know what, the greater good for the team and the situation here is for me to air this out a little bit to put the pressure on the coaches? Or is two, did he lose self-awareness here with a guy, Mike Silver, who's a Cal graduate? I mean, I'm a big fan of Mike Silver. He's a great guy, and he can make you feel real comfortable in a conversation, real quickly. So did he get too comfortable and maybe share a little bit much with a Cal graduate and a fellow alumni that he didn't really mean to? But either way, we're going to talk about it because it is Aaron Rodgers, and there is, inklings and history of this type of talk with him. So I understand that.
Others who have fallen victim to that
have
later said that they didn't say what they said or it was out of context or something like that. It will be interesting to see at what point Rodgers says, I really didn't say that, or, it's being presented in a context that really wasn't. And, because Silver's had to fight that in the past, right, wrong, or otherwise.
Yep.
The allegation that he either didn't get the quote that he said he got, or the quote was exaggerated, or the quote was taken out of context. And he always stands by it, and I'm not saying that this isn't accurate. I'm just saying that could be something that Rodgers chooses to do if this ends up being a bigger deal than maybe it otherwise could be.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.